Hi, thanks for checking out my video here. I'm pretty excited about this car. I got a 2000 Jeep Cherokee Classic here for you today. Just finished doing a mini restoration on it. When I bought the car, it had a little bit of minor rocker panel rust, and the rear bumper had damage on it, like somebody had a pole in a parking lot or something. So I replaced the bumper, I replaced the brackets on the bumper, and I welded in new metal rocker panels, and everything's been painted. So it has really quite a brand new look. I did a full 3-step buff on the paint. The paint looks amazing. Interior wise, we had the seats out, did a full detail to it, put a brand new headliner in it, rewrapped the center console too. The driver's seat, how they always split on the side vinyl, that's been repaired. And mechanically, it's actually pretty sound. When I bought it, it had new brake lines, it had new front brake pads and rotors, new valve cover gasket. Appears they were trying to chase an oil leak, and ended up, it looks like they tried to put in an oil pan gasket, but they didn't do it right. Half the bolts were missing. So I ended up replacing the oil pan gasket, and while I had that apart, I also replaced the rear main seal just to make sure that wasn't also leaking, because the oil was mostly coming from the back of the motor. To do that, I also had to remove the upper steering linkages and the track rod arm. So to do that, I ended up replacing those, since I was disturbing those parts and those cause issues with death wobble in these kind of Jeeps. It's better safe to just replace them than to mess with trying to use the old stuff again. So that's all done. It's been aligned. It drives straight down the road, drives pretty smoothly, starts right up. I'll give you a quick little drive here and see how nice the car is. Doesn't give any warning lights on the dashboard. Oil pressure holds real good, doesn't overheat. I mean, it's a really nice car for 153,000 miles on this Jeep. I mean, these things will just last forever anyway. They're pretty bulletproof. The AW4 transmission. This has got the NP231 transfer box in it, so it's got 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive part-time and 4-wheel drive low. It really doesn't matter if you had the 242 that has the full-time. I mean, it's nice for snow, but the part-time works just as fine as long as there's snow. You just can't leave it in all the time, because it's a locked 50-50 ratio front to rear, and it can mess with the drive line, so you always got to put it back in 2-wheel drive, which is fine. So anyway, I'll give you a quick little drive here and we'll see how it goes. The car has plenty of power, it shifts through all the gears great. There's no misfires or anything like that. Jeep does great on the highway. I've driven at 70 miles an hour before. I mean, it doesn't feel any kind of unstable like an old SUV might. I mean, it drives like a Jeep. I mean, Jeeps aren't going to be driving like a brand new, vehicle that's a car with independent front and rear suspension. It's got solid front and rear axles, but that's what makes this thing what it is. These XJs are the last of their breed, really, of SUVs with solid front and rear axles and great off-road capabilities. In stock form, they're great. If you lift them, they're even better. I mean, they can be lifted even cheaply. This is a road I like to take a lot of test drives on, actually. Too bad you guys can't see it. There's a nice old Jeep Grand Wagoneer right there I pass all the time. I'm sure the Jeeps wave at each other when we go by. Coming up to a stop sign here. Should be able to give it a little bit of power as I turn here back into traffic. See how nicely it smoothly accelerates. Just coming up on rush hour, so it's getting kind of busy. Alright, here we go.